Hello everyone, once again. As always, I have a question to ask. Yeah. So when you want something, how do you go about manifesting it? I mean, how do you make it happen? Yeah. I frankly don't have a magic genie. So I try to talk to someone who is an expert at what I need to make happen, and then see if they can guide me. Today, we've got two double-edged experts. Yeah. They not only can guide you, but teach you to make things happen for yourself. So you don't need to go back again and again for help. You have migraines, you'll know exactly what to do to be rid of it. You'll know how long it will take you to be rid of it, and you'll be rid of it. We've seen these things happen with their students, with their in their case studies. You have a health issue, a weak, digestive system, a heart problem, or a kidney issue, chronic ailments with lifelong drugs you don't want to take. You have anxiety or stress related disorders. With this easy and beautifully structured method, you'll have the ability to heal these for yourself and your family. And you can even become a certified professional healer. Yeah. Not only that, money. Something we all very much love. If you have debt and money related problems, you're not earning enough somehow, you're tired or struggling. Frankly, like there are days when I think, I just want some day to day ease. I want to experience a life where I can just call the plumber and the plumber comes. I don't have to call him 10 times. you know, if you could solve any of these things and a million others, what would you choose? Would you learn the method so you can fix any of these issues for yourself? Or would you like to go to someone always for them to solve it for you? Let me know in the chat, which is it going to be? The red pill or the blue pill? The red pill is learn the method. The blue pill is you go to someone always to solve it for you. We're going to see how many people come in for the red. I would always have both my hands for the up for the red. If only Mystic Lotus gives me some time off. So, well, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you all to Brenda and Charu, the authors of their miracle method. We've seen on past calls how quickly and how dramatically, and I know some of you have been on these calls before, they've brought down pain, anxiety from a level 8 or 9 to, down to a level 2 or 0. They've helped people achieve breakthroughs in really tough situations. Now, in fact, we hear their students have started achieving amazing results practicing the B&C Miracle Method. So Brenda, Charu, brilliant to have you on another Mystic Lotus Masterclass, sharing with us this incredible B&C Miracle Method.
Thank you so much, Ruchira, and thank you everyone for being here and to listen to us. And thank you for our students also who are here to share their knowledge as well and to experience what we can share. Thank you.
Charu, Brenda, what are the ground principles and the foundations of the B&C Miracle Method? What is it based on?
The B&C method, if I talk a little hi-fi, it works on the principles of quantum physics. But if I try to explain it in a common man's language, the theory is very simple. It works on the principles that life has to be in the flow. So when the life is not in the flow is where the challenge happens. And B&C Miracle Method is a way of tapping into any person's energy field to clear blocks to bring the life in the flow, whether it is health, wealth, or relationship, or any area of your life.
Okay. How that actually makes it very easy to understand, because very often the conceptual or the quantum physics sort of approach is really hard to grasp. But I know a lot of people have experienced energy medicine here, and they have learned some form of energy medicine. So this concept of flow, of being in flow, and how diseases or issues are caused when you're not in flow. That really does make sense. Charu, you mentioned also, and I know in our earlier calls also you mentioned, you talk about emotions being the fundamental cause of our issues, whether it's health or money. What is this connect between emotions and our problems?
Yeah. So basically, everything is energy. We are all made up of energy.
Mm-hmm.
And we have two categories of emotion. One which falls in, as we call them, the positive emotions, like
Hmm.
love, joy, happiness, health. They are little high vibration energies.
Mm-hmm.
And the negative emotions like hatred, anger, illness, they are low vibrational energies. So the way we work with our method is that we treat human body like a radio transmitter.
Okay.
If your frequency is tuned to a low vibration, then you attract things which are not so good, like you attract then frustration, illness. So you get in that frequency.
Hmm.
But if you tune your body to a higher vibration, then you attract what we call as like happiness, joy, peace, abundance, and health. So with our method, again, we work on in changing the frequency of your body. So that is the connect of bringing a person's energy field, taking it to a higher vibration, so
Hmm.
that they attract whatever they wish to.
So, Charu, tell me something. So I've been in that space where I feel that, I'm in a really low space and and therefore also I'm having a greater difficulty, or I'm struggling with things around me.
Yeah,
At that point, I know for sure I have never felt at that when I'm in my lowest point. I
yeah.
don't feel that, oh my God, how will I bring myself out of this? It seems
Mhm.
like a Herculean task.
Yeah.
It seems very difficult. Feels difficult to even imagine a different vibration at that point, frankly. How does BNC method help me come out of that? How does it make me go from that point A to point B?
Yeah. So this is a question like, even I went through this type of situation, and we all go through these
Yeah.
situations where, we are very low, and then at that time, it's difficult to even think like, like we don't see the, what do you say, light at the end of the
Right.
tunnel at that point of time.
Yeah.
So,
And it
so
also it seems like a lot of work, and I don't want to do so much work at that
yeah.
point.
Yes, yeah. So basically, what happened is like when I learned other modalities as well, most of the healing modalities, they are meditative processes. And
Hmm.
when you are in that low mode, it's very hard to meditate to a level where you can bring yourself out. So
Ah,
when we created our method is not a meditative process. We call it as a scientific technique. So
okay.
by saying scientific technique means like, there is a process which you have to follow. And the
Hmm.
process is asking only three simple questions, and that's it. So
Okay.
why I call it as a process is like, like for instance, if you have to drive a car, every time you do the same thing. You put in the key, you start, and you pull the gear, and the car races. So
Hmm.
that's a process every time. There is nothing new. And every time you do that, your car starts into a motion. The
Hmm.
only difference it can be a bumpy start or it can be a smooth start, but
Okay.
the outcome is the same. So in the same way with our miracle method, there are only three questions that you ask, and you follow the same step every single time, and you get a result. So whether you are stressed, whether you are depressed, whether you are in pain, it's not that now we are asking you to make the room dark, and ask everybody to quieten down. No, nothing.
Yeah.
In the deepest, like, with whatever is going around in your life, you
Hmm.
can still work and get results with our method.
That's
To add to that, Ruchira.
yeah.
So we also have a WhatsApp group. So when we train all our students, we actually have a WhatsApp group where
Hmm.
we actually nurture, you can say nurture the group. And so when people get into these states, they can actually put on the group for a swap session. So one of the colleagues will do a session for them and
Okay.
then get them up. And it's like that time when you need an SOS for anything, then
Yeah.
that's also where. And now we've achieved like we've had so many students, we've actually created like a big, what you say, kind of a movement morphic field for whoever can understand. So like just by people saying blessing you, that actually can change the energy actually.
That's
Actually, I don't know if you want to call on a testimonial. Rajesh is there, one of our students, and actually this is what happened for him, like just this morphic field of just asking.
that
Yeah.
would be great. Let's hear from Rajesh
To
actually.
understand the time when you aren't able to do it yourself, you can
Yeah.
actually call on somebody.
How wonderful. Shall we? Let's hear from Rajesh actually. Let me just see.
Good
Rajesh?
evening, everyone. Good evening, Brenda and Charu.
Hi, Rajesh.
So nice
Thank
to
you
be
for
here with
coming.
you again. And let me share this experience with you. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Fine. Take a moment, Rajesh. We're accustomed to on Brenda and Charu's calls. We're accustomed to the dramaticness of their shifts that they bring. So I know how.
Yesterday night, my dad complained of severe chest pain and breathlessness. And this was past midnight.
Hmm.
He's been keeping unwell since few days. And the doctor came at 9:30, checked all the vital parameters and everything was fine. He was talking to my mom and brother and suddenly he complained of this thing. I called up the doctor and he said, you will have to admit him to the hospital immediately.
Hmm.
Because I came, I checked, everything was fine. So there's nothing more I can do now. He will have to be monitored at an hospital. With the current situation prevailing in Mumbai, the hospital refused to give him a bed unless he had a COVID negative certificate. Now, where on earth do I get a COVID negative certificate for an SOS emergency at past
Yeah.
midnight?
Yeah.
So I was rushing from one hospital to the other, and while I was starting the car, I just messaged Brenda to do an SOS for my dad, and I said I'm just admitting him to ICU, and the message went on the WhatsApp group, and I'm thankful to everyone who did the healing. I finally got a bed in the hospital. They admitted him, stabilized his parameters, vital parameters. Now it so happened that he's on catheter, and while handling him from one hospital to the other, the catheter tube got pulled out and intense bleeding started. With so many comorbidities, once the heart parameters were stabilized, I got worried about the bleeding because the doctor said we'll have to go in for a surgical procedure. But somewhere within, I was confident that with all this healing happening from the B&C group, he should be fine. And at 7 o'clock in the morning, the doctor said that we are able to insert the catheter again and we don't have to go for a surgical procedure. And right now he's in ICU, but he's stable. Yeah, he has lung congestion and a left ventricular failure, but the parameters are still showing stable. And I would request Brenda and Charu to do one more round of healing tonight, please, for him.
Sure, we will.
I did my level 4 with them today, and I would recommend everyone to go for it. Just do it. Just do it. I don't have words to say. It's an experience of a lifetime. It's an experience. Your life will have dramatic shifts. It's an experience. You have to experience that. I can't describe it in words. I would just say that.
No,
Thank
how
you so much,
beautiful
Brenda
to
and Charu. Thank you,
able.
BNC Group. Thank you
And
so
the
much.
funny thing is, they call it like divine timing. Today we came to know actually Rajesh was following us for a year, and we didn't
Earlier,
even
I was
know that.
actually thinking of flying to Dubai and do their course, workshop, and the COVID happened and I couldn't go and they started online. So it's the conspiration of the universe to get this for me, not just 1 or 2 levels, but all the levels, I would say.
How fantastic. How fantastic. And Rajesh, can I just ask you one question? I know this is a tough time, so I don't want to keep you here for too long. Um, you've done right up to level 4.
5, 6. I'm just 5 is remaining because they haven't announced it yet, but I've done all the levels.
How brilliant. How fantastic.
Span of a month, yes.
And you've done it all in a span of a month?
Yes.
Wow.
In fact, I pushed Brenda and Charu to announce some of the levels. I said, no, you just do it,
Yeah, they actually pushed us. This is how our classes actually. We only announced class 1. And then everybody forces us, can you do it? Can you do it? They're already telling us, can you announce level 5? Like, this is how the push is. We actually never announce but one class. And then the rest just happens from the students saying, can you do them? Can you do them? Can you do them?
How brilliant. And clearly, like, it is, it's something that's easy, Rajesh, for you to absorb, because you've done all 5 levels in 1 month. That's incredible.
I wouldn't say it's easy. I would say it's very easy.
Great. Thank you so much, Rajesh. Thank you so
Fun
much.
is in diving in the subject, and once you dive, you just want to touch the floor of the ocean and not come before that. It's like that, I would say.
How beautifully put.
Thank
Thank you so much, Rajesh.
you
We
so
wish
much.
you
I'll take your leave now.
Rajesh.
Thank you.
father a full recovery.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thanks, Rajesh.
Everyone's wishing, in fact, Rajesh, Pratima.
Yeah, so much more blessings will come to his dad.
This is incredible, and it's always such a joy to hear these stories, Brenda, Charu, because I can see from Rajesh's face the relief and the support that he's experienced. It's beautiful, and then to have it, with you during a crisis situation is so important these days, in these times. Okay, we were talking about how B&C Miracle Method works and all. And I remember from one of our earlier conversations, Charu, you had mentioned about, working with the subconscious mind to identify what are the limiting emotions. You spoke about it's a direct way of tapping into a person's energy field, to clear those blocks. Tell us a little bit more about these steps. What are the steps that you go through in this process?
Yeah, so the method that we developed, Ruchira, as you said rightly, it's a very direct way of tapping into any person's energy field. And the idea is, the method is result oriented. So the idea is to shift the person like an instant healing. That is the idea with this thing. And we do it in 4 stages. There are 4 processes that we do. So the first process that we always do is an energetic checkup. So when we dive into any person's energy field, the first step we do is there any unwanted guest, as I call them, a dark energy in their auric field? So these are like, the dark energies are part of the environment. They are there in the environment, and they cling to each one of us during the day. But sometimes what happens is, and the moment we laugh or we raise our vibration, they leave us. But in certain cases, they get attached to our energy field. So this is a step 1 where we check that if there is any unwanted guest, dark energy in the person's energy field. Okay. So when these energies are there, then they bring the vibration of a person very low. And that's where the most of the complication starts. Okay. So that is step 1. Then step 2 that we do is always the willingness of a person to get healed. That is step 2 that we do. So in most of the cases, so this willingness is not at a conscious level. Again, this willingness is at the subconscious level. So most of the times, like, even people with big labels like cancer or diabetes or any big challenge, we have found that their willingness at subconscious level is very low due to certain programs that are running in their mind. Okay. So to explain this part, like, I would like to share one case study. I remember one time one lady who came and she wanted to conceive. She was so desperate to have a child, like, that she had done even religious rituals and medical treatments. And medically, she was fit. There was no issue with her, but she did not conceive. And I remember when we checked her willingness to have a child, it was only 10%. Oh. Yeah. So see, consciously, if I would have told her, stand on your head and you will get a solution, she would do that right away. That much willingness was there. But at subconscious level, due to certain programs, her willingness was low. So in that session, all we did was raised her willingness to 100%. And within a month, she conceived naturally without any treatment. So this is our second step that we do in any session. Third step is what we call our method as an energetic surgery. So that's where we actually, go deeper into the layers and we find all those limiting emotions. And that part is actually very interesting because so many things show up, like, we go like a detective then in that case, and we figure out, we do that energetic surgery to pull out all those negative emotions that are blocking a person in their life. And would you
Can
like
you
to
give us
share
an
about
example of that? Like when you've done that, give us an
huh?
example of what you found.
Yes, yeah. So I'll share one case study where one lady came with a backache, and
Mm-hmm.
that was like there with her for 9, 10 years. And she went through many medical treatments, through many healing sessions, and then finally she had given up on healing and treatments because she thought it's not gonna cure because it
Huh.
didn't cure by anything. But one time she heard about B&C, so she said she had some hope because somebody praised us with pain. So
Hmm.
she thought, okay, let me give us a chance. So she came for the session, and when we did her energetic surgery, what we found was that her backache was related to fear of intimacy.
Okay.
Yeah, so that it can come from this life or past life. So,
Hmm.
but that was the key. And the moment we cleared the fear of intimacy, the backache disappeared, like just
It doesn't.
disappeared.
So that's fabulous, Charu, because you're saying that you can find what's causing it and you can
Yes.
remove that cause no matter whether it is something that's been pre-existing from another lifetime or it's here in this lifetime. It doesn't matter where it comes from actually. You can just remove it.
Yeah. Though
That's
80% challenge comes from past life.
hmm.
But yes, when we do this step 3, that energetic surgery, we
Huh.
come to know all those emotions that are sitting there in that area of, if it is a pain area, what is there,
Hmm.
and we clear it, and the person sees a shift. That is step 3. And step 4 is a very interesting part again. So when we learned other healing modalities, it was like, after doing a session, it was like a blind game. Okay, I have done a session, now what? How long should
Huh.
I wait to see a result? Should I wait for 3 days? Should I
Yeah.
wait for 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years? So it was like, a suspense. So, but when we developed our healing modality, we addressed this part as well. So after doing our a session, we come to know how long for the results to show up. So that is the step 4 in our healing.
That's incredible. That's really, I find that so unique to your modality, Charu,
Yes,
because I don't
that
see that predictive thing of, okay, I love how you've always said in your previous calls as well that give it 2 days or give it a day or
yeah.
give it 10 minutes or give it an hour, check after an hour. And it's true that, in fact, you say check after an hour, but usually in about 30 minutes, it's gone.
I remember one time Brenda was working on a client who was, she got a client who was in coma,
Hmm.
and it was late evening, and just before starting the session, she just mentioned to me, oh, I'm just going for this session. This person is in coma from many days, and I've got this. So we just briefly discussed, and then she started her session.
Hmm.
After she finished the session, I was still there doing my work. So she mentioned to me that it's showing 6 hours for results to show up. So six
Huh.
hours would have been somewhere late night, 2, 3 a.m. At night for
Hmm.
that person. So
Hmm.
when she told me that, I jokingly said, Brenda, this uncle is going to wake up in the middle of the night. And we both laughed that, yeah. And next morning, she got a call from her client that uncle came out of, that client came out of coma. So,
Hmm.
so it is that profound,
That part is really, really, it's like a magician's, it's like magic.
We were also, I was also like this work was also like, I would remember not only for like we can do it for manifestation also.
Hmm.
So, our work had become so profound. So I was telling Charu, let's, we should go, we should have somebody should write about us in a magazine. And so I said, okay, like, I said, instead of like a magazine, we approaching the magazine and who to approach, let's like clear for a magazine to come to, a writer to come to us to write in the magazine. So I did the session and it said like within 3 days it would show up.
Hmm.
And within 3 days, Charu was teaching a class, and then
Huh.
This girl was learning, and Charu didn't even know I was doing this by myself, right? I was just doing it like thinking what to do. And then this girl was learning the class. And she's like, wow, this is too good. I must do a write-up. I'm working for a magazine out here. And then Charu said, come, Brenda, look now, look, you know. And then I opened my book actually because I forgot about it. And then it says like, in 3 days, somebody will be there, like, you know. So it's not only about health. You can do it with any manifestation. It's like, I always say the limit is your mind. You can work on anything and everything.
So that brings me to my question. In fact, somebody else asked this as well. I think Jayalakshmi said, how does this modality of healing help in creating financial abundance and great health? What's the connection between health and wealth, and how does B&C Miracle Method work in both scenarios? Like I know personally, I've seen it work on multiple scenarios, not just health and wealth, but I'd like everyone here also to understand
so
that.
Let's ask everyone in the audience to type in, what do they think, what is financial abundance, wealth, or money? What do they think it is?
Okay. So everyone, you can just type in saying what do you think is financial abundance or abundance?
Money or wealth, whatever you want to classify it in.
And I have a whole bunch of others. So I want to tell everyone, I've noted all your questions regarding health issues, specific health issues, and we'll bring that up as well. But we want everyone to first understand how B&C Miracle Method works. Yeah. Preeti says, would like to manifest money to be able to join your courses. We've seen that also happen actually.
Yeah, because everybody is this to answer Preeti. People join. First of all, we actually give a very good offer for the people who are joining the class. It's already discounted more than I think 50%, Ruchira.
Yeah.
They already made 50% before they join. And as part of the group, we also have a money manifestation group, where we actually do unexpected money, and most people are manifesting money. We had our round, we have it on Wednesday, and on Wednesday this girl just did it, and within 2 hours she said, I received unexpected money, my flat went on rent. Then another one said, oh, I received money unexpectedly, and I received she's working in a clinic, so she received a gift as an X-ray machine, and it was her birthday, so she received extra money, and it was like so much she received, like, you know. So what I understand from everybody is that everybody, like, just to have an awareness, everybody thinks money is in a quantifying of a feeling they would like to express. So I want freedom, so I want money. I want security, so I want money.
That's true.
But theoretically, we don't have that in our life. We don't have that freedom. We don't have that security. Or we don't have that stability, or we don't have that peaceful life that we want. So then what happens is our money gets blocked. So what we do is we teach you to work on the emotions that block you, and to come into basic flow. So when you come, like same theory, come into flow. So when the body comes into flow, the money comes into flow. Your mind goes into flow. So you think money as a vibrational energy, rather than security or freedom or peace of mind or good living or whatever.
So let me understand this once, Brenda.
Yeah.
If I associate money with security,
yeah,
and I don't have that sense of security right now,
yeah,
you'll teach me how to work on that sense of security first.
yes.
And
yes.
when I solve that sense of security, I'll automatically start having more money.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay.
And that's what we do. That's what we do in our money manifestations round. We start giving people a different idea of what money is. We start training them on how money can be just a vibration, and how they can use the B&C Miracle Method to actually vibrate money. And actually, we actually even give you the assignment of actually charging for your services. So we already push you to charge, actually. So as when you start learning, part of the process is to actually start charging for your services. So then once you start asking for money and charging, then obviously you get into that feel of money and that vibration and that feel good.
So Ruchira, I want to say something here. not out of ego, but actually out of my experience.
Hmm.
When I learned healing modalities, it took me 8-9 years to become a healer. Uh, really 8-9 years. And
Hmm.
now, with confidence and guarantee, I tell students, we make healers in one day. Give me one day of your life, and I will make you a healer in one day. I'm not saying it this out of any ego. I'm telling you guys out of my experience. And we have seen like amateur people, this course is open for everybody. People learn it. And then within a week, actually within 2 days, the group is on fire because we put you in a WhatsApp group. They start sharing, oh, this miracle happened, that miracle happened. And then the bonuses that we have given Ruchira, which is like money manifestation.
Yeah.
So we actually train them in those classes to become professional healers, because our mission is to create healer in every house. And these healers, actually initially it was only that, but now me and Brenda, we want to create professional healers, not just healers. We
Yeah.
want to create professional healers, like how doctors, there are doctors all around the world. We want to create energetic healers all around the world, so that people have a choice. If they don't want to go for medical treatment, they have a choice that, okay, this is there. I want to go and avail this service. So we want to make this part very strong.
That's a beautiful vision. And yes to that. That is a really, really beautiful vision to have. Like, everyone has like a family doctor, a family physician. They should have a family healer. In fact, I'm going to bring a couple of people. I know Divya is here as well, and I want to hear how her experience has been as well. Because we're talking about learning, I wanted to just see. Divya, can you unmute yourself? I just saw. Let me just check.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Divya.
Hello. Hi, Ruchira. Yes. How are you? I was just enjoying the lecture once. Again, it's always a pleasure to listen to them.
It is. It is. Divya, you've just
Yes.
learned the B&C Miracle Method, right?
Yes, I did. I have completed 3 levels.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I
And
have, yes.
and what are the shifts that you've
And
experienced?
see, it's been a wonderful, wonderful journey. The first time I heard both of them was in this Mystic Lotus Summit only, and that was, I think, somewhere in February, March.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I first took few sessions, for some of my stuff.
Hmm.
And then the procedure was so good, and then I really wanted to know how they are doing it.
So you went for a
I mean,
session actually for initially.
yes, actually, for my very, very chronic issues, I took their session. And then I really wanted to know, because, the funny thing is when you take any healing, so sometimes, you are supposed to sit in a particular way or something like that.
Yeah.
The first time I asked Charu, she said, now you can do whatever you want. I said, okay, means I'm going to cook. So can I? So she said, you can do whatever. And we'll work and it will be done. And then I said, okay. And after that, it was yes. I mean, as if something is happening and if you don't know, and then you see the result.
How in,
That kind of a feeling. Of course, you do feel energy if you are sensitive. But that was the first thing. And then I decided to learn. And first level, I loved it. And then I wanted to know what is there in the second level, what extra they're going to add on.
mm-hmm.
So I did the second level. After my second level, somehow with family and friends, I started using it. And then after third level, I mean, I would say one thing, that in this method, there is the thing is which they are saying, you go literally deep. When you go to the base of the problem, wherever in whatever way it is there, and you simply clear it. And the person we feel, if you ask too many questions, sometimes people don't even remember, this happened, though happened, I don't remember. But you go there, you sweep and you clean it. Because if there is a time, one thing I would like to share, because recently I did for arthritis for a lady. She is 66 years old.
Okay.
and everything I was doing, it was going back to 24-year-old, when she was 24-year-old, and all related to her emotional aspect. And then I simply asked the daughter who requested the healing, what happened at 24? At 24, in a freak accident, she lost her 3-year-old child.
Oh.
And I think she couldn't move from that phase ever. That was reflecting so much in, joint stiffness. Whole body was full of stiffness. And after first healing, she said, I slept. Actually, I slept through the night.
After a long time.
It is going gradually. I was, yes. And she's now 66 years old. Just imagine.
God.
So this kind of thing, I've got, Charu is, so they have been doing it for so long. But when I see this, I feel that it is miracle, but in a very, very, very systematic way. If you are doing it, you know exactly where you are going.
And
it's a wonderful, wonderful journey.
And you know exactly the process, and the process works every time.
Yes.
That's beautiful. What's remarkable to me, Divya, is that you've just learnt this modality, and you've done what, level 1 and 2, right?
I have just finished level 3 also. But if somebody has done level 2, it is very, very, very powerful thing to level 2.
Already. So that's what is remarkable to me, Divya, that you just learnt it, and you are already practicing it. You're already seeing amazing results. That's really, really remarkable. That you have the confidence, and B, you've learnt it well enough, and they've taught it well enough to you that you can start practicing it professionally. That's really fabulous.
Yeah, Divya was in the money manifestation round, and one of her tools was to ask for money and start charging, and she did that.
How brilliant.
Yeah.
How brilliant. Okay, there's a whole bunch of some common questions. We've heard these questions before also on B&C Miracle Method Masterclasses. So I'm going to raise a few now, Brenda. Is this like Teresa's asking, is this like Reiki?
It is not like Reiki. We basically use a pendulum and a set of charts. So if I can share the screen and I can show our chart that we basically use. So this is our chart. It's blurred for copyright reasons. So this is what you will get. And on this, like how Charu said, the whole energetic surgery will be done. This is how we do everything. And it's just one chart, and that's where we get all the information from. Obviously with the process that we teach you. And we'll also teach you how the pendulum works in the class, and how we use the pendulum for clearing, and what we can achieve as well through the pendulum.
So basically, our method can be done remotely. So whether you sit in front of me, because it's not a touch therapy, and as Brenda rightly said, the whole operation is done on this chart. So all we need to know is your issue and your name. And as Divya was telling me that once we know that, then we work on this chart only, and the client can do whatever they wish to. So that really surprised her, because when she took the session and I told her that now I got your information, she explained to me her challenge that she wanted to work on. And then I told her, okay, that's good enough. Now you do whatever you wish to do. I will do the energetic surgery on you. So that's where she was like, oh, really? You don't need my participation? I don't have to sit in any mudra or anything? That was it.
Okay. Another common question we get, Charu, is, will the problem come back?
So this is a common question which people ask, and it really amazes me, because if you see, like if you go to a doctor and nobody asks the doctor that will the problem come back when you treat me, but with the healers we always get this question, will the problem come back? And the answer is both yes and no. We go on the root cause and we clear the emotion. So once we clear from our side, the problem is cleared for good. But it can come back in those cases where a person is too negative. So in terms of their approach. So if they are conditioned with being more fearful and playing their negative vibrations more, so but still it's a lot of hard work for them also to recreate the issue. But then there is a possibility if a person is too negative in their approach and they only think of fearful things and the only first thing that comes to their mind is always a negative outcome, then there is a possibility. But still, I would say a lot of hard work for that also to recreate the issue.
Okay. Meaning they'll have to really work hard at screwing up their life again.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
All right. In fact, as soon as we asked that, Akanksha said, is the change and transformation permanent? Okay. Another thing that sometimes people ask is, because you use a pendulum, is it that you're doing a dowsing? Is it dowsing method?
So see, pendulums, we are using it. Pendulum is used for two types of processes. One is for fortune telling. So no, we are not doing that. We are only using it as a tool to connect with your, what we call it as a higher self.
Okay.
So this is just a tool because there's a process with which we connect with the higher self. So the higher self cannot come in front of you and give you answers. So it's called an idiomotor response. So the connection to the higher self is through your muscles and the stimuli comes through the pendulum. So it's a tool to connect to the higher self. That's it.
Okay.
So this is what we use it for. We don't use it for a dowsing, what most people think for fortune telling. No. Okay. Because the reason for that is because we change the future. So if an astrologer has predicted accident or illness or something for you, we can change that.
Okay. Okay. Sai asked earlier, Charu, that can you work on yourself?
Of course. You can work on yourself. We can work on your loved ones. You can work on paid clients or other people. Everybody. Of course, yourself. And I tell students to work on themselves every single day, because the more you work on yourself, the more your vibration goes up. And the more your vibration goes up, the better healer you become.
That's true. That's true. Charu, if I'm working on someone else and they're not willing, what happens then? They're not willing to heal themselves, or they're not willing to let go of that emotion. What happens?
As I told you, Ruchira, one of the process that we do is raise their willingness at the subconscious level. And it's like, they still get healed. We have worked on non-believers. I guess by willingness, you mean those who don't believe in that. We have worked on non-believers where their wives have gifted sessions for their husbands who are absolutely non-believers. And they have seen amazing results. It's like, again, this is again a common question. So it's like, okay, you have pain in your body and I give you a brufen, but you don't believe in brufen. But if you swallow it, it will clear your pain because it has a chemical constituent that creates a vibration to heal your pain. So in the same way, whether you believe it or not, if I remove those emotions that are creating a challenge, the result will still show up.
Tell me something, Charu. Is it important do you need to take a permission from someone to heal themselves?
We don't really need permission because basically we are working on a soul level. So the soul always wants to get better. So in our modality, we never ask, we never need to get permission. However, we don't, we tell people to, not to go and start working on their neighbors or people they think need help, because obviously that's not what obviously that's not permission, but then you're interfering in other people's life. But when it comes to your family, your loved ones, yes, you're allowed to work on them on whatever level. You don't necessarily need to tell them, but you can.
Okay. Okay. So I want to ask everyone, would they like to find out what level 1 and includes, what level 2 includes first, or would they like to try try and see how it works in real? And I know I know a whole bunch of people are here who've already seen it work, but I still want to offer it to everyone who's new today on this masterclass, and they want to see how it works. You want to try it out? Okay. Brenda, what should we do? Should we look at working on pain points that people may
Yeah,
have?
yeah. Let's look. People can just post what pain they have, where is it, and the intensity of the pain. So 10 being the most intensity and 1 being the least intensity.
Okay. So everyone, you can just, if you are currently experiencing pain in any part of your body, and I'd always encourage people who are really having a horrendous amount of pain right now, because that's where you get to see Brenda and Charu's work the best. Share what level uh, it is at. So 10 being max, 1 being lowest, or 0 being not there. And where it is. Yeah. So we're going to. Preeti says no pain today.
Yeah,
Please,
so cute, so nice. Lucky you. Like us, no pain.
Okay, I have Ram, who has back pain at level 10. Ram,
Okay.
I know how that feels. And
Yeah.
Brenda and Charu have worked on it in the past for me as well. So there's Ram, there's Jeet, who has his left shoulder, he says, is blocked about, and the pain is at about a 7.
Okay.
And we have Jayalakshmi, who has pain in her chest at about 9.
Okay.
We also have Swati, she has neck pain and headache at 10. Swati Jain, and
Yeah, and Jayalakshmi is fine also. And who else is there?
there was
You can
Ram.
work on Ram, Jayalakshmi. So what was Jayalakshmi's issue? I missed out. What did you say?
Jayalakshmi had, I think, pain in her chest. Let me just check that again, because I'm running through everybody's.
So let's start with Ram meanwhile.
Yeah, we can start. You don't want to call him?
Yeah. So
Shall
can
we
we
take them
ask
on?
Ram to unmute himself?
Yeah. We'll just. Ram, can you unmute yourself now? I'm just going to check. Ram, can you hear us? Okay, I think he may have dropped off the call. I'll just ask the team. Shilpa, can you see Ram? Okay, we'll look at someone else. He's okay. Ram is here. Ram, can you hear us? Okay. All right. Shall we take on Jayalakshmi?
Okay.
Jayalakshmi right here. I'll ask. Jayalakshmi, I've requested you to unmute yourself.
Thank you.
Do share what's the pain level?
I'm having a kind of a chest congestion or kind of heaviness at my chest. So some things like it's like blocking to breathe or something like that. This happens most of the time when I'm nervous or some thought. I'm not very sure. Some blockage is there. Heaviness is
Are you
there.
feeling pain right now, Jayalakshmi?
Yeah, we are taking pain right now.
Actually, kind of breathing thing. Yeah, there is a heaviness and that is there.
Okay, can we come back to you, Jayalakshmi?
Yes.
We'll request Brenda and Charu to help you out a little bit, but because we want to take on everyone and do the pain exercise, I'd just like to tell you to just give us some moments. We'll come back to you. Yeah?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Okay, let me just run back. We have okay. Let me go through everyone's again. Manisha is here with pain in the neck and back at 8, and Professor Gurjeet is here with a headache at level 8. Shall we unmute? I saw Manisha just now on the. Manisha, can you unmute yourself now? And I can see Professor Gurjeet already. So let me ask him to.
You also said about Jeet, so you can also ask Jeet. I don't know what happened to him, some left shoulder something.
Professor Gurjeet, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. And can you hear me?
I can hear
Yes,
you
we
now.
can.
Yes. So about this headache, it's really bad, and I'm not sure. It just came on yesterday, and it's been so severe that I can barely put my head up.
Okay.
So on a scale of 10, how bad it is? 10 being worst, 0 being no pain?
8 at a level 8.
Okay. Shall we both do it? Okay.
And the other one? We can do the other one as well,
Okay.
Ruchira.
Shall I take Jeet? She's here as well. Jeet, can you unmute yourself now?
Hi, ladies. How are
Hi,
you?
Jeet. Good, thank you.
Hi. Hi, Ruchira. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Charu.
Hi, hi.
Okay, so I've originally had, it's been about, I think, almost a year. My left shoulder blade, just under my left shoulder blade, it's been really, really painful. I've been trying to work at it, and I'm not sure what the issue was, but it's just recently been cleared up, but my left shoulder is blocked. So every time I pick my arm up, it kind of clicks in and clicks out, and it's really bad. Actually, it's increasing to about an 8 or 9, where it's getting really, really blocked right now.
Is it blocked or is it pain?
Hi. It's
Hi.
Good to see you.
Oh, good
blocked
to see
and
you.
it's pain and it's kind of stiff and it's bad. It's everything. So if I raise it like that out, it kind of clicks in and out, and then I take a few minutes for it to relax before I can actually do anything. It's really
So
bad.
flexibility will take time, but still, what is the intensity of the pain is what we want to know, because
It's about an 8.
8, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Brenda, would you like me to take on one more person?
Let's just finish these two, and then
Okay.
by that time we'll then take on. But yeah, we can keep them ready. I don't know.
Yeah. So
you can decide two with
noting.
pain.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
noting that.
You can just look through. Yeah.
So Ruchira, I finished. It's showing 5 minutes for energy to integrate for Gurji, but we can check with her how she is feeling.
Okay. Gurjeet, I've asked you to unmute.
Yes, thank you, Charu. And I'm going to just, like, I just felt a little bit of my body moving, but I'm going to wait for another 5 minutes and report to you in the chat as to how I feel. And thank you, thank you so, so much.
Most welcome.
Thanks, Gurjeet. Shall we check?
The same for Jeet also, she'll have to wait 5 minutes. So let's wait for 5 minutes. We'll just take the next two. Then when we finish that, we'll come back to both of them.
Okay, okay.
It's better.
So I'm going to request Swati Jain. Let me just, yeah, Swati, I've put in a request to unmute you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I could hear you. Yes, hi.
Share with us what you're currently experiencing.
I'm experiencing severe headache since yesterday night, and neck pain and headache, severe headache. And I'm not able to work on it actually.
So on a scale of 10, how bad is your pain?
It's 10.
10 on 10?
Yeah, 10 on 10. Actually, it's so bad. I wasn't able to attend the class, but I wanted to attend, so I'm attending. I don't want to miss the class actually. That's why. I'm not able to see also. Like it's so paining, and my eyes will bulge out. Actually, it's paining so severe.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
And I have also Priya. She has pain all over her body due to fibromyalgia, and that's at a 9. Priya?
A little bit, that's a little bit, needs more than a little more, Ruchira.
Okay, okay. Will it take?
We can clear that, but not in a demo
not
session.
in a demo session.
Okay, all right.
If you won't have us see a change also, possibly, I don't know.
Okay, okay. Priya, we'll come back to you. Can I have Sangeet? Sangeet is also here. Sangeet, I just saw you on my screen. It's, yeah. I've put in a request to unmute you.
Hi, Brenda. Hi, Charu.
Hi, Sangeet.
Y'all have worked on me once. I don't know whether y'all remember. Charu, you worked on my knee, and it did get better. And only thing is now, I don't want to talk about my knee. I'm talking about my pain, which is here. You know, it comes from back to front. You know, from my shoulder blade to the front. It keeps coming, and it's weird pain, and it's just stuck kind of pain. You know, since quite some time. You know. So it's that which I need you to.
What level is it at?
It's on the right side. It's only on the right side.
No, as in like on a 10-point scale, what level is it?
8. It's 8, and it's constantly there.
Okay.
And when did this start?
It's been a very long time, and in fact, I think Charu, I told you about it, but it did get better that time, but it's again come back.
Yeah, because you need to have a full session.
But now she explained, no, it's a doctor. You cannot, I understand that totally. But my knee pain was quite sorted with your help.
Awesome.
And so thank you to you.
So I finished for Swati and showing 3 minutes for energy to integrate.
Shall we check back with Jeet in the meantime?
Or do it with Professor Gurjeet first. I'm busy still.
Okay. So Gurjeet, can you unmute yourself?
Yes. I feel like it's at a 2 or a maybe 3. Like it's definitely a huge relief. It hasn't gone off totally. I would say at a level 2 now, but I'm feeling much, much lighter.
Okay, there you go.
And can I ask one question, please?
Yes.
Like, do we know what emotion was it that caused it, or is that possible?
Brenda, did you hear that?
Yeah, actually,
Charu did it, so Charu has to check it.
I did not, because when I'm doing the demo sessions,
She doesn't write.
so I don't write, I just do my job. But anyway, I can tell you, that's not a big deal. It's lack of joy.
Thank you so much. I've been feeling that a lot, and I never knew what the reason was. And I can say this lack of joy has been with me ever since my childhood. So it could be a past life thing, but the lack of joy is 100% spot on. Thank you so much, Charu.
Most welcome.
Thank you, Gurjeet. Thank you. Both of you are always spot on with these things. I'm always amazed at how spot on and bang on you are. Okay, should we now check with anyone else?
Yeah, we can check with Swati.
Okay, Swati, how are you feeling? Swati, can you?
She's on mute.
Yeah, just ask.
Hello.
Swati,
Yeah,
hi.
yeah. Hi. Can you hear me?
I can
Yes,
hear
Swati.
you. Yeah.
I'm feeling a bit relief. Out of 10, I can give 6, around 6.
Okay.
I can give.
Yeah, it will go down. Just drink some water and leave it for another 5-7 minutes.
Sure,
So
sure.
later on, you can put it on the group. But yeah, so that's how fast our miracle method is.
Yeah.
We claim to heal pain faster than a painkiller. So in a demo session, again, what we have done is only ask 3 questions, and that's it. That's what.
One thing I would like to tell, painkiller never gave me relief, you know. I can't take painkillers.
True, that is true.
And now it's great to have a like invisible painkiller, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Thank you so much, both of you, and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Swati. Thanks. Yeah, I was just going to say, in fact, Brenda, when I take painkillers for cramps, and invariably it takes at least an hour or so, 45 minutes to an hour for it to actually start having any effect. And I know what it does to my gut, those horrible, harsh painkillers. But it's something that I've had to do, and to not. To be able to use a method without having those, adverse effects of painkillers, without having to wait for so long. I mean, we just spent what, 5 minutes right now?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
That's it. And you could bring down pain from like 10 to 6, from a 9 to a 3 or a 2. That's incredible.
Come down to 3 for me, yeah? Already before they tell me anything. I'm surprised. It's just still something is happening on my back. I can feel something happening. It's something happening, some vibrations. Something is going out. I can feel that. It's working magically. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
But I also would like to know the emotions behind it. Whenever, whoever, like.
Are you sure?
Huh?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am ready for it.
Okay, so basically you had 0% willingness to get rid of this pain, and
Okay.
the reason for that was needing to be right.
The reason was?
Needing to be right.
Okay.
And the energy stuck was anger.
Oh, wow. My God, amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much. I must tell you, you have a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
Both of you are so, I mean, my sister is doing this, has just done this with you both. She has done your class.
Oh,
She's
that's-
learned with you. Sheetal. She's my sister.
Sheetal. Oh, she's a sister. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool. She's
yeah.
also having good miracles.
Oh, she's doing amazing. She's
Yeah.
really doing amazing with your
Yeah.
class. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
God bless you both.
Most
Thank
welcome,
you.
Sangeet.
Thanks.
And we can speak to Jeet.
Okay. Jeet. I've just Jeet can.
Hi, ladies. Okay, it's so funny because everybody's asking for the emotion, and I was feeling a little skeptical because I was like, okay, it's a demo class. I shouldn't be asking questions. It's not nice. Okay, it's weird. I'm gonna take a couple of minutes, Richard. I hope you don't mind this because I have to say, मैं वैसे बहुत बोलती हूँ, but बहुत कम भी बोलती हूँ. I know when to say, but I need to say this to you, ladies. So I gave myself a couple of minutes because usually when I close my eyes, I can connect to myself better because I'm not at a place where I can connect to myself while I'm still, aware in the outside physical world. And the immediate thing I felt was immense heat. So what I also like to do is, I know I'm kind of spiritually touched, but I like to be logical. So I tried and touched to feel if I could feel the heat physically. I couldn't feel it on the outside, but on the inside, it was like a really deep, warm massage. And then a few minutes later, when you said, Jeet, it's going to be 5 minutes, by then I was already feeling the energies moving towards the right and conjoining in the spine. So something was moving, almost like a blood flow moving. So I could feel the energy moving, and it was great. It was really nice. So thank you very much for that. What is stuck in there, ladies? Because I would really like to know.
So what's the change for you, Jeet? Like, I mean, so basically I worked on it being blocked and the pain. But flexibility is a big thing for you. So I wasn't able, because it's a demo session, I wasn't able to address the flexibility. So it might not move to the level you might want it.
I'm going to interrupt you for just a second there. Yeah. Is the moment we spoke and I came on the camera the first time and I just told you.
Yeah.
A minute later, just as I was about to close my eyes, somebody told me, you know what? Come on, sit better. Sit better. So that was weird. I was like, okay, I need to tell myself to sit better, better posture. So, okay. But things are a little bit nasty in my life at the moment. So I don't know what's stuck in there. It's been over a year and I have been trying to work at it. Like I said, I've just recently got rid of the pain just under the shoulder blade of the same area. But this one is still stuck and clicking. So I don't know what it is.
Emotion that is stuck there is failure.
Ah, yes.
And for you as well, anger.
Mm-hmm.
And lack of faith.
Okay.
So maybe that's where you're getting the nudges to listen to yourself, but you ain't listening to yourself. But today you did.
Okay. Thank you. And I need to tell you the way it will relate is I am still, after 5 years of a divorce from a 20-year-old marriage with my 4 kids, am in legal problems because of the narcissistic, pathological, lying ex that won't stop legal implications on me, which are false, but then I have to defend every time. So the failure is huge because it was a gorgeous marriage and I was working at it, but I forgot that there were 2 people in a marriage. And not being able to be strong enough for the kids is something that I feel horrible about. And I think the anger is suppressed because I was supposed to be better than this, to see this. So, yeah, and the lack of faith, I think, comes from being very, very, very spiritually connected as a young girl. But then when things took a toll, somewhere I lost myself, yes. So all of that makes sense.
Thank you for sharing, Jeet, and thank you for being vulnerable. It's so funny, as we started this call, I have a client who was, we were working on, and he wanted to divorce his wife, but they were having this legal battle. And at the same time, he wanted to vibrate a new partner. So I said, let's go side by side. We have to first actually do the divorce and then you can vibrate the new partner. And he just messaged just as we were starting saying that, thank you very much. My divorce just went off with ease and exactly how I wanted and exactly. So this is how we can use the miracle method actually to manifest what you want, to be able to have that whatever you're fighting and legality and whatever,
Right.
you can use this method to actually work on yourself very easily.
I will definitely be getting in touch with you, girl.
It's a
Most
very
definitely.
powerful, very powerful method, Jeet. So
Yep.
I think you really need this at this
I
time
do.
to be able to get your kids, to get the money. And I have a lot of people who come actually, especially women who are in marriages that they want to leave, but they have no money and they have no financial security. So basically we work on them actually being able to have a skill, to have that support, to be able to actually get what is theirs due.
Right.
So it's a very powerful method, and in such cases please learn, because and for everyone who is asked as well on the call for big labels like clots and brain clots and cataracts and all these big labels, the best way to go about is learning this method. There's it's like an investment in yourself. Every single day we are faced with challenges. And these challenges, as much as what we call, we give our power to somebody else. We then, if we aren't able to give our power to somebody else, we store it in our body, like unexpressed anger, needing, whatever to be saying. If we don't express it, it comes in our body, and our pain, disease is all due to unexpressed emotions. We give you a wonderful tool to actually clear your emotions, whether it is starting your day, ending your day, manifesting anything and everything. So yeah,
You can win your battle with a pendulum and a chart, sitting in your house comfortably rather than running to the court.
Yeah.
Oh no, I will most definitely be getting in touch with you, because it's funny that you say this, because a friend sent me I've read parts of the book. It's Bradley something method with the magnet, very close to what you're doing. And I was like, okay, I'll do this. And then something else came up and something else came up. But this is a reminder call that says, excuse me, it's time to do this. So I will most definitely be getting in touch. And thank you, ladies. Thank you, Ruchira. Thank you for the time. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Jeet. Thanks, Brenda. Thanks, Charu. So actually, I'm going to, we're running a little short on time. Brenda, can we share the details of your workshop?
Yeah.
And then we'll, of course, while you share that, we can address some of the questions people had. Like you did already, in fact, you said, if it's, I think Sai was talking about
brain clots and all,
brain clots for her father-in-law.
It's a like these critical cases need 3 to 5 sessions, and with the investment you get to learn. And I mean, we're talking about, although we had people who on the call for level 3, trust me, people on level 1, when they learn this, are doing magical mysteries, miracles. So I was thinking of Divya actually, because Divya didn't even tell us about her miracle. She just shared it. So even we are like, okay, wow. The mystery came, unraveled itself.
In fact, we had Vanita
yeah.
as well. I'm just going to check if Vanita's around.
So in the meantime, I'll just share this. Yeah. So we have our healing session. So if anybody would like, if they choose to take a healing session from us, then our usual cost is 12,000. But just for today, it's and for the callers, it's 7,500, giving a savings of 4,500. If you feel you need to take 3 sessions, the price is 18,000. You actually have a 50% discount for yourself. And you don't have to use those sessions like one after the other. We usually do it within like 3 days and maybe a week. And then if your situation is solved, you can actually use it for another loved one. So it's not like you have to take those 3 sessions all for yourself. You can actually choose to use it for any other family member as well. And we also have 5 sessions. So these are people who have very, very critical issues. So then the price is for 5 sessions, 25,000. So it's again a savings of 35,000, giving you a 58% discount. So now those who are interested in level 1, which we've highly encouraged for you, if you all want to have a painkiller in your medicine cabinet, then now's the chance to opt for this. We have level 1, and the topics we're going to cover is what is energy, how the conscious mind works, how the subconscious mind works, how we use the pendulum, how is the pendulum used for clearing, how time is a factor in your life, how limiting thoughts and patterns affect our subtle bodies, and of course the B&C Miracle Method and the whole technique. What can you do? You'll ask yourself, what can you do? You can work on yourself. You can do sessions for others. So this is paid sessions as well, because we highly encourage people to start charging for their sessions. You work on anything: health, money, relationship, property, business, good grades. As we spoke about manifesting, a writer, you know, anything you can do. How's the course conducted? The course is a Zoom call. It's a 6-hour class. You will get 5 charts and a pendulum in your kit, and it's an IPHM certificate. We haven't spoken about this. So the IPHM certificate is International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine. It's an international body that has certified us, which means that they have checked our credibility of our course, and you can take the certificate and you can work in any clinic, anywhere, and you're certified as a practitioner. In level 2, again, we didn't actually were able to touch on this topic, but we have seen where people with, you know, negative entities, negative issues, black magic, spirit possessions, contracts, curses. Oh, sorry. Yeah. And all of these things, we basically in our day-to-day life, we have a lot of people who are kind of jealous of us, who are envious of us, and we kind of attract all of these what do you say, these negative energies. What then happens is that your life goes on a roller coaster. It goes haywire. You get stuck. So if it affects your health, you'll go running around. You'll find no solution. You'll be stuck with your chronic issue for 10 years or plus. You go to the doctor, you get wrong diagnosis, wrong surgeries. If it's your relationship, you'll actually leave your partner, or you'll have, you know, no intimacy. If it's in career, you lose your job just like that. So this is how we've seen negative energies play in your life. We highly encourage people as a tool to be self-sufficient. Level 1 and level 2 is just about sufficient. Those who have gone to level 3 and level 4 and 5 are doing it on a professional level. So they are actually doing it very professionally and charging probably as much as us for their services. And so this is level 2. Again, it's a Zoom call, a 6-hour class, and you get 2 charts, and again, it's IPHM certified. The cost of the classes, the level 1 is actually 30,000, but for today, the first 10 registrations, it will be 22,000. Plus we have these manifestation groups, which we've talked about. We've already talked about the money manifestation group. So you'll get 5 money. And again, the 5 parents call, where like now we mostly have come to the age where our parents need more attention. So this group is created so that we can look after the health of our parents. So a lot of times, like the people do work on their parents. So it's a group healing together, and their parents starts getting better, and actually, you know, even recovering and all of these things. So the regular price total with the bonuses are 40,000, and the total. But for today, it's only 22,000. You save 18,000. And if you take level 1 and 2, then for the first 10 registrations, it's 42,000. You get 10 money manifestation calls, you get 5 group calls for parents, and again 3 group calls for health, which you can work on yourself or your loved ones. Our regular price is 78,000, and with a total saving and benefit of 36,000. Now you'll ask me when the classes. So the level 1 dates are, we've given multiple options, a morning option and an evening option, so to suit people in the US. or Canada and things like that. So we have an evening class as well. And so 10th and 11th October, 17 and 18 October, and 24, 25th October is level 1 over 2 dates. And level 2 dates are also 17 and 18 October and 31st and 1st November. Yes. You did
it. That's incredible, Brenda. Those are like offers which are just fantastic. So it's for level 1 and level 2. It's for the first 10 registrations today. It's 42,000 only.
Correct. It's only 42,000.
And you're getting all those bonuses. There are 10 money manifestation calls there. That means you're going to be basically making up double of that. What you're going to invest.
Definitely, yeah.
And 5 group calls for parents group healing. Now today we saw a lot of people, asking about their parents' problems.
Yeah.
This is a much smarter way to get all that sorted, because then you're not ending up spending a lot on sessions.
Definitely, yeah. We have our our parents seva on Tuesday, and we worked on this girl's father, and he had neuropathy, and she said in 2 days he was much better. He was feeling better.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So this is what the miracles come, like just feeling better, and just that only makes such a big difference for our parents.
So Brenda, I'm going to raise a couple of questions from the group that the people had posted earlier as well.
Yeah.
That asked about whether fibromyalgia can be dealt with, issues with eyesight and cataract, etc. Can those be dealt with as well?
See, cataract, honestly, we haven't actually been able to do a session with that. So I'm not quite sure, and it would take many sessions as well. So again, we tell people who want to get rid of their eyesight, who want to work on all of these big labels, they must do sessions on their own. So this means working on yourself nearly every day for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
And that's the dedication. If you give yourself, you can actually achieve anything. Anything is possible, but you have to have that time and ability. Now, if you're going to pay me, yes, I can do that, but that becomes a very big investment. So again, we come back to the same thing, that please learn for these big labels to help your loved ones.
Okay.
Or yourself. Whichever.
Because you're just accruing, you're investing a lot on just sessions. You might as well invest probably 1/5 of that in learning the modality and being able to practice it yourself.
And then after that, you can use it for anything else, right? It's not only for that, it can be for anything else.
That's right. So Akanksha was also asking about dementia and paralysis.
Yes, we worked on this, But again, it's dedicated work, These are all
these are again like 5 sessions.
More than that as well,
Charu. 5 is a minimum for these type of cases, dementia and all. We need more sessions for that. So that's where again we encourage students to learn, and then we guide.
Okay. That's actually quite nice, because even after I learn and I'm doing it perhaps for a parent or a family member, if I can, check with you from time to time on, just get some guidance, that's a really nice support to have as well. I have another question from, I just saw, Manoj was asking, if they don't need healing for parents, can they do it for other family members instead in that group support?
Like parent group, they can do it for in-laws, they can do it for an older sister or brother or relative,
Okay. And so it's Ravi was, I don't know, Sangeet was asking, is it 4 hours? It's 6 hours, right?
6 hours.
It's divided into 2 days.
2 days, so 6 hours on each day?
No, 3 hours over 2 days.
3 hours over 2 days.
Okay. 6 hours total.
Okay. And I had some other questions earlier about different issues. Karan had said he gets panic attacks, and he's afraid. Very easy to. Okay. We had a couple of others. In fact, Akanksha had posted that her mother has immense pain in her limbs. both arms, including fingers or hands. And chronic ailment, chronic pain is something that can be worked upon as well, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Generally, chronic pain, people with chronic pain have negativity.
Okay.
We have seen in our experience people with chronic leg pains,
Hmm.
chronic pains have negativity.
Okay, because in fact we had someone who I was planning to bring on the call, Barbara. She was saying, you know, she has this pain that's like knife-like, and it's chronic, it's long-standing, but it comes and goes. And she didn't have it today during the call, so I said, you know, we can't work on something that's not there right now. But is it something that she can learn and then she can practice it
Yeah.
when the
Yeah.
pain comes?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And she can also find out what's the cause, what's the emotional cause behind it.
Yes, she can. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions from the group? Preeti says, does it work on pancreatic inflammation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And even diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis. We've had our students doing diabetes and got it under control.
Okay.
Yeah, students are doing them, not even us as well. I mean, we as well, but what I mean to say is our students are capable of doing that as well now.
Jeet says she's gifting it to herself on her birthday, this course.
Awesome, good gift. It's the best gift you'll ever give yourself, trust me. I've seen that myself. It's the best gift I can actually have. Because when you have kids, when you have family, when you have loved ones, when you have your loved ones far away, like my parents in Australia, that my mother calls and says, I have this and I have that, then I actually have a tool. And I have a kid that I haven't given antibiotics for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So no medicines as well.
Fabulous.
So, you know, like cough colds, then just get and clear it. No need for medications. So it's an awesome tool to have.
Sangeet was also asking, Brenda, can level 1 work with hypothyroidism?
Everything can work on level 1. So on level 1, so basically if you have any chronic issues, you basically be doing that session more frequently. Once you do level 3s and level 4, the higher levels, you will do them maybe once in 2 weeks. So that's the difference. Like the frequency changes because there's so much more information, and at level 4, the course becomes 10 times more powerful.
Okay.
Yeah.
In fact, Sai was asking, can we start healing others after the first 2 levels?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Yeah.
And Bhakti's asking, when can we get your appointment for addressing your query?
Your Telegram group, right? You can message us personally.
Bhakti, there'll be a link that the team will just post to the Telegram group, and you can ask Brenda and Charu questions over there as well. We had a question from Manoj about, again, about eyesight. And
you can work on that. It takes time though. It doesn't happen that fast. So it's a little bit of a work, but eyesight improves.
Okay.
Glaucoma, eyesight, and all these type of, even cornea degeneration, all these things, they improve.
Let me just put some perspective here, Charu, because I love how you say it'll take some time, but actually, I must say that in comparison to how much time and how much hit and miss happens in medical, like, you know, in allopathy and things like that, I've found everyone who's gone through your work, for you, you say that 5 sessions is a long time, but actually 5 sessions is not a long time. 5 sessions is 5 hours.
Yeah, what happens is the moment, even the students, when they start learning medical method, when they like, you know, they want to see results because that's what they get into, that habit of seeing quick results. So, yeah, or habit, and then the students also at the moment, then they feel, oh, 5 sessions of that much.
So I think your definition of so much time and our definition of so much time is quite different. Jella is saying, for someone with fear of losing, which level will be helpful?
Level 1 can help every single person. Again, I'm repeating, there are people who have done pain, like there are people who just stick with level 1. So this is how it goes. We only teach level 2 to people who ask for it, who know they want it. And that's it. We only tell people learn level 1 and see the magic. because with level 1 you can do everything.
Yeah, the miracle method itself is taught in level 1.
Yeah.
So you learn the method and then you can address any issue for yourself and for others, any person.
Okay. There were a couple of questions, and Bhakti's raised that again as well, talking about anger management and stress management.
Yeah.
It can be handled.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was also a question around, I think Swati said she really, really wants to do this course, but she wants to manifest the money for it. Is there a way to do that?
Just ask. Ask.
I've just
Ask the universe.
I've just recently discovered the power of asking the universe. Okay.
So someone wanted to know about level 3, 4, and 5 as well. So what we can do is we can post it in the group, maybe.
Yeah. I
Since we're running out of time.
That would be great.
We can.
All right, so we're going to close here. Swati saying how to ask.
And just to end, Swati Jain was asking for her emotion. So her emotion was betrayal, that I cleared.
Okay. Swati, did you hear that? All right. Manoj is asking, wouldn't it be better to take 5 sessions to treat big labels with your expertise rather than learning level 1 and trying to treat?
Yes, why not? It's up to you. It's your choice. It's everyone's choice. I would agree with you. We have an expertise and we have a different expertise. So I definitely agree with you. And thank you for making us acknowledge that. So yes.
And like Manoj, we said right in the beginning, the blue pill or the red pill? Do you want to have this power within you so that you can solve anything at any time? Or do you want to keep coming back to Brenda and Charu? Okay. Asha had asked about certification. Asha, I'll just repeat that. There is certification for level 1 as well as level 2, right?
Yeah, 1 to 5 is certified.
Okay. And okay, I think we're going to close here. Preeti says, can Brenda and Charu do something for the group to manifest their course with ease?
Why not?
Why not? Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. We'll close here today.
Thank you, Ruchira. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Ruchira.
And we're manifesting for all of you all extra funds in the next week.
Yes to that.
Yes.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.